Hey guys, welcome to the very first FM13 video ever on this channel, and I'm very excited. It should be many, many more in the future, but I'm making this video really quickly. A few people want to know my first very quick thoughts. Now, I haven't even begun to begin scratching the surface. I'm still on the first screen. All I've done is have a little poke around on the new interface, which, by the way, I am extremely impressed with. I really like the look of it. If you haven't had to go of it yet, then make sure you do because it's very good. Obviously, this is a beta. I really should say this. And I know it sounds like I'm working for SI when I say this. I'm not. Trust me. If I did, would have had access to this months ago. No, not really. Basically, it's a beta. So obviously, a few kinks are going to be worked out still. But one noticeable thing that is very different from FM12 and, of course, previous FMs, of course, the only other two I've really had experience in the last few years, of course, being FM11 and FM12. I've not really played an FM before that, of course, since 2005, so bear that in mind. But the new user interface, I say, is very, very good. Noticeably different in just smooth, it's crisp, and just generally nice. You know, it's really nice to use, it's nice to look at, and, you know, it creates a more positive gaming experience. You know, it's simple as that, really. And noticeable as well is speed. One thing that really used to bug me on FM11 and FM12 was how, for example, jumping from the home screen to the news screen, the game would hang. Not really much here. I mean, okay, there's a little bit of hang there because there's more to load, obviously, and I'm also running capture software. But it's really snappy, really quick. I really like it. It's obviously, you know, certain things to load, just really quick, nice and snappy, which, you know, compared to FM12, a noticeable hang in the switch of the screens there. But I love the new layout here. You know, see the reputations, which has been replaced by a ranking system, which I like, which is better than, you know, the star system. And well, okay, it's still there, but, you know, I still kind of like that. I've got the past winners there, so, you know, obviously once we get further into the game, we can see past winners, see how that looks. Obviously, that's all going to say Liverpool. Obviously, we've got the league there, which is I like a more compact league. Got the fixtures, stats are always going to be very useful as well. And as I say, it's a really nice remodel and probably one of the most adventurous and certainly, I'm hoping, successful user interface jobs I've ever done on it. So I'm really excited for it. Now, this isn't even going to be the finished. This isn't even going to be the game I'm going to start. I just want to point out that I'm not going to be starting a Let's Play until the day the game comes out, the 2nd of November. That's because I don't want to start in a beta. The last time we started, of course, in FM12 was the very first, obviously, the demo. And there was all sorts of there wasn't problems as such, you know, it was the complete game. But obviously, compared to later versions, there were a few kinks that obviously that could have been avoided if I'd maybe perhaps waited for the first patch, for example. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to start on the first one. Obviously, it's the first day, obviously, of release. I realise, as I say, it is a beta, so there might be a few things wrong with it. I don't know. I don't really want to start a Let's Play and then have to restart it again because of some fatal error, which is entirely possible because it's a beta. But I'm also obviously finding the time and so on, which I've previously talked about in other commentaries. And yeah, so as I say, thumbs up to this so far. Really looking forward to it. One other thing as well to point out, as you can see on the screen, it is Liverpool. It will be Liverpool initially. Will say it again. A lot of people are asking in the comments. Please watch the video. Please tell others to watch the video if they ask a question saying, will you do this team? Will you do that team? Watch the video. I can sense that a lot of people just aren't watching the video. They just ask the question without watching it. Make sure you fully watch the video. I've mentioned, you know, doing obviously Liverpool. I will then also have a second save once the first patch is out, which probably is going to be, I'd say, December, early December, possibly late November. I don't know, but whenever the very first sort of patches up. I mean, I literally mean the first patch, as in 1.01. No, I don't mean 1.1. I mean 1.01 or 1.02, whatever the numbers are. And I will be starting then a new save. So that, as I say, will be with a championship team or Rangers. And hopefully we'll try and get Rangers back to the SPL and maybe even into the Champions League. Other one, of course, being a championship team. Got a few ideas. Got Brighton, got Leeds. I've got maybe Cardiff again. I'm a bit unsure though. Who else? I've forgotten. Maybe who else? There was someone else, but I've forgotten. If you obviously recommend anyone, of course, just write it down. But yeah, also, obviously, one thing that will, of course, help the quality of the videos, which also is another point. Don't want to start yet because I've got a hoarse voice. I have a terrible cold, or did have a terrible cold, which is just leaving at the moment. So that's just a little thing there as well. But finally, of course, one thing you may notice, a distinct lack of real badges. I don't want to start until I've got, well, at least a few episodes in, we'll have the real badges. If I start now, we'll be about 15 to 20 episodes in, potentially without the badges. And it's like, and obviously you get people like 6 months down the line for when the video is out going, why don't you have the badges? Uh, and obviously I know the reality shouldn't take note of them, but obviously it is worth noting that, not having badges or face packs or whatever you want does, detract from the full experience. So I'm going to wait for that. Obviously, it's not really that good seeing, that. It's not nice, is it really? So yeah, we are just. I'm going to making more review videos. Obviously, I'm going to talk about the interface a bit more. Maybe sort of go over the youth team, my plans for Liverpool. Obviously, once the Let's Play starts, maybe my plans for the second team as well. I'll probably want that decided before the full game comes out, so I know what I'm doing. So I'm not like jumping and switching from team to team as I'm doing Liverpool. So I can fully concentrate then and get the job done. I notice now that this might just be, if obviously you have got Liverpool, please say, and obviously I'll be able to know for the full game. Our first game is against Chelsea. Shit. Oh God, Eden Hazard is going to be amazing, isn't he? He's going to be even better than what he was in FM12. And let's be honest here, he was hardly bad in FM12. So yeah, that's just a real. Well, I'll say quick. It's probably like 10 minutes, but that's just my very very immediate reviews of FM13 in beta, just of the new user interface and so on, and my sort of just plans for the future of this with this game when it does come out. So thanks for watching. I will be back then with some more FM13 videos very shortly.